do you think it's possible to lose weight and not count calories? Not count macros, not count points, anything like that. I'm gonna be honest, I've been on this journey in my current weight loss for about a year. It'll be a year tomorrow, which is kind of crazy. And I didn't think that it was possible to lose weight without counting something, because I have not really had success doing that in the past. And so I decided last year to count macros. And I'm gonna be super honest, it worked. Absolutely it worked. And it's a great tool to have in your tool belt if it is, if you are looking for a way to get into a calorie deficit, and to make sure that you're in a calorie deficit, to make sure you're taking in less calories than your body needs to actually lose weight. Now, the way we are going to lose fat and make sure we're just losing fat is to strength train and to prioritize protein. Those are two other little things. But just for our conversation today, we're going to talk about simply, can you lose weight without counting calories? And I'm going to tell you that you can. Again, I'm Emily Quisenberry, and I am a fat loss and strength training coach. I coach women one-on-one to get fit, healthy, and strong, to stop yo-yo dieting, to learn how to live free from an unhealthy relationship with food, and really to learn how to lose weight in a way that you can live it for the rest of your life. And I really have come to believe that if you're not willing to do that, to lose weight the way you're going to live it, I would suggest not even trying to lose the weight, because unfortunately you have a 95% chance of gaining your weight back. That's what statistics tell us when people go on a diet, a traditional diet. So I want you to learn how to lose weight so that you can do it for the last time and you can live it forever. So I want to tell you, there's actually a brand new blog post that I wrote. You can go to emilyquisenberry.com/31. And you can read more about what I'm getting ready to share with you, which I had shared 7 steps to really be able to lose weight if you are looking to do it without counting macros or calories. And step 1 is to plan your meals. So if you go to emilyquisenberry.com/31, you're gonna get to read more about this. But I'm gonna tell you, this is a really simple concept, though it is not easy. And the reason it is not easy is because we are so ingrained with the diet mentality that we need to overhaul the way we're eating. We need to change everything. We need to throw out everything we have in our house. We need to start eating chicken and broccoli and egg whites and things that maybe we've never eaten really consistently before in our life. And we expect to do that to lose weight and to then be able to keep it off. But the problem is we're not gonna sustain it. It's not something that we're willing to do. So making a plan for what you're gonna eat every day, whether you count calories and macros and points or not, you can absolutely apply this if you are doing one of those things. If you choose not to, though, you can also do this and it's gonna really help you. So the thing is, when you make a daily plan for what you're going to eat, the thing that I encourage you to do first off is to make a plan that you are willing to do. So based on your life circumstances, the things that you like, the way you're currently eating, and what you will do, not what you think you should do. We should on ourselves all the time in the diet world. This is what I should be doing. This is what I should be eating. This is right. This is wrong. This is good. This is bad. And when we do all that, we actually set ourselves up from the very get-go to not be successful. So when you write your daily plan, you write what you will eat, what you are willing to do that day. Now, you may be saying, but Emily, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, I don't know where I'm going to be eating. And it does take a little bit of planning. It takes making sure that you have some things at your house or that you have the ability to get some things, maybe at a restaurant or something that are going to support your goals. We can definitely go into more detail about this in another episode, but I just want to give you the overall idea of planning your meals. I do it before my day begins. I recommend that you either do it the night before or you do it the morning of. And you get as specific as you can with your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, and snacks. And the thing is, when you start to be intentional about what you're writing, what I would suggest if you're just getting started is to get a notebook and to write down what you're going to do for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and snacks. And I would think about what you had yesterday and the type of food that you ate and what you did. And that's exactly what I would write for your plan. You want to start showing up for yourself, and you want to start keeping your word about what you're going to eat and what you're going to do. Because in diets, we typically don't. We typically have somebody else give us a meal plan. We do our best to white knuckle it through it. And then when it gets hard, for whatever reason, it could be a bad thing or a good thing that comes at us in life, we want to throw in the towel and we want to quit. And because we are either lying to ourselves or we're not executing perfectly on the plan. And what I want to teach you to do is to create your own plan that you are making small changes over time that are going to become habits that are going to actually change your future because it's what you're willing to do for the rest of your life. And there's a lot of things that go into that, but the beginning process is simply writing a daily plan and getting good at writing your plan every day, whether it's the night before or the morning of. Some people like to do it the night before because they like to be able to lay their head down on their bed, on their pillow, and know that they know what they're doing the next day. I am exhausted at night, so I get up really early. So for me, I have a much better, my brain works a lot better in the morning, especially after I've had some coffee. And so I make mine in the morning. And then you do your best to execute your plan. Now, you may not execute it perfectly, or you might. And again, who cares? That's not the point. The point is to learn to be consistent. Writing your plan, and then before you write your next plan, you want to review what you did the day before. Now, this is key because this is where most of us who are used to dieting will say, well, screw it. I didn't follow my plan. I wrote down what I should eat, which that was number one mistake, and then I didn't do it. And so screw it. I might as well just go eat all the things. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to start working on reviewing actually what our daily plan was from the day before or that day before we write our next one. And we're going to look at some things. We're going to look at what went well. We're going to look at what didn't go well. And then we're going to ask ourselves why. Why didn't it go well? And we're going to ask that from a place of curiosity and from being patient and kind with ourselves, not with beating ourselves up, not with judging ourselves or shitting all over ourselves. We're going to do it from a place of wanting to understand where did things go off course? Because we know if we have a destination that we're wanting to go to, and we know that it's out here and we're here and we want to bridge this gap. Well, if our plan is what's going to help us do that, and somehow we ended up over here, what do we need to do to course correct to get back on the course so that we get to where we're going? That's what's missing for most of us in the diet world and in trying to lose weight. So this is a key thing in making our daily plan. It's making the plan, executing the plan, and then reviewing the plan before you write your next one. From a place of curiosity, from a place of patience and kindness, and wanting to learn and grow and maybe change one small thing. Because then the next question you're going to ask yourself is, so how can I do more of what went well? As I'm writing my next plan, I'm going to look at what went well from the day before, and how can I do more of that? Then you're going to say, what one thing am I willing to change or improve from the day before? And it needs to be one small thing. We get again, these grand plans that we think we're going to execute forever. And what ends up happening is we start with the best intentions on, Monday, which today is Monday. And by Wednesday, life has gone nuts. We had a bad day at work. We may have had car trouble. A kid had something happen. We had a late meeting. We didn't plan food, and so we're starving. We end up in the drive-thru. We get into a fight with someone. Something happens, or we get invited to go out to happy hour, or it's someone's birthday, and we go off course. And then we say, well, screw it. I'm off course now, so let's just trash this. No, we're going to learn how to course correct. And we're going to learn how to use those things, the mistakes and the challenges and the obstacles, to actually help us to be better at creating a way that we can live for the rest of our life, that's going to help us lose weight, that's going to help us get fit, that's going to help us get healthy. Because let me tell you something. Time is going to pass anyway. So why not take the time to get good at this? To planning your meals, to being more intentional, to reviewing your plan, to taking this as an opportunity to learn and to grow and to change, as opposed to beating yourself up, starting another diet on Monday. Aren't you sick of that? Like, I know I was. That's why I am where I am today, because I finally got sick and tired of doing it the way I had done it my whole life. And I finally got curious, and I finally allowed myself the opportunity to mess up and get back up and do it again, and mess up and get back up and do it again. And that's called living in grace. There is a verse in Matthew 11:28-30 in the Message that talks about learning the unforced rhythm of grace in our life. And if you struggle with food, and you struggle with your body and with losing weight and all of those things, we can get caught in a trap. And I want more for you. So I want you to get good at planning your day. I want you to get good at reviewing your day, reflecting on your day, and realizing there are things that went well, and that you can celebrate those things, because we never do that. And that you can realize there are some, like maybe one thing that you can change, that you can improve upon in the next plan, that you're willing to do. And when we get really, really good at this, we are learning how to live that unforced rhythm of grace, because we're never going to do it perfectly. We can write out the most perfect plan that we are willing to do, that is very realistic and reasonable, and life's going to go crazy sometimes. And sometimes we're going to go crazy, and we're going to have emotions that come up that we're going to choose to eat. Our emotions. We're going to eat emotionally. We're going to either consciously or subconsciously slip back into some kind of a pattern that we've been in the past. And that's where we have to learn, how can I improve a little bit today? So I'm going to be honest. Yesterday, we got home from taking my youngest to college, got her moved into her apartment. We're empty nesters. It's kind of year 2 of that, and brand new house, which is super exciting, but lots of change. And I got really sad yesterday. And guess what? I ended up eating. I ate my emotions. And I could have done what I did in my past, and I could say, screw it, I'm done with it. Or I could say, you know what? That was a choice I made. And I need to forgive myself for that choice. And I need to extend myself grace and patience and kindness, realizing, could I have made a better choice? Absolutely. Am I willing to do that today? Yes, I am. But there were also some really good things that went on yesterday as well, and I was able to acknowledge those too. So I want you to know, you're probably sitting there, maybe you are, maybe you're not, I don't know, because I can't read your mind, but thinking this is never going to work. This is not a way to lose weight. And I'm going to tell you that it is. And that doubt, there's a saying that says, doubt will kill more dreams than failure ever will. And we can doubt that this can work because it's so opposite of what the world and what the diet world and supposed experts tell us. But I'm seeing this every day with my own clients. I'm seeing it in my own life. The power of making a daily plan and executing our plan to the best of our ability with the best of intentions, and then learning from the good things that happened and from the bad things that happened, and making a choice to grow and not quit, to make a choice to learn how to show up for ourselves and to keep our word and to keep our promise to ourselves, which I think so many of us struggle to do. So I want you, if you have more questions, if you have any other questions or want to read a little bit more about this, again, go to emilyquisenberry.com/31, and there's a blog post about this. If you'd like to have a conversation, just shoot me a message and I would be happy to share more. I'm going to do some more lives around this whole topic, teaching you more about the daily plan and the review of the plan and the 7 steps that you can take to lose weight without counting calories, macros, points, or anything like that. If you choose to, because it's a good tool for you to use in your toolbox, that's great. But I'm going to be honest with you. I did not want to count macros for the rest of my life. It served a beautiful purpose in my life. I'm super glad that I experienced that, but I am now living more freely, more lightly than I ever have with food. And that's what I want for you. So one last thing, if you are a woman, would love to have you come join our free Facebook group, which is Women Living Healthy, Fit, and Strong for Good. And you can join that by going to emilyquisenberry.com/free FB group. That's emilyquisenberry.com/free FB group. The biggest thing I want to leave you with is, as you go about whatever approach you choose to take in your life with your food, give yourself grace. Learn how to give yourself patience, how to be patient with yourself, how to be kind with yourself, how to be loving with yourself, because that's going to go a lot further in changing your behavior and changing your size and your weight than beating yourself and judging yourself and condemning yourself ever will. That's never a motivator to change. So I hope this has been helpful. If you do have questions, let me know. You can drop them below or you can shoot me a message, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next video. Be blessed.